Hello there, everyone. It's Friday evening, just gone 7:30, and the date today is the 12th of May. It is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there who is a mum, has fur babies. There are so many different kinds of mother figures in our lives, so there's always someone that we can celebrate on Mother's Day. My own mum passed away back in 2017, and and even though I miss her very much, there are still a lot of other mothers in my life that I would like to honour, and I also honour my mum that's gone. So this is a really lovely day to do that. Sometimes people say to me, "Oh, I don't like to celebrate Mother's Day. My mum's not with me anymore," or something like that. And I think to myself, you know what? We can always honour our mums, past or present. And I think it's a really beautiful thing to do. So I hope everyone is well. I hope you've all had a lovely day. I hope you've had a great weekend. Okay, hi, girls. Nice to see you. I see we have quite a collection here already tonight, and there's quite a bit of chatter. I did set up this. I hear Cookie's making himself known as well. I did set up this video a little later. Sometimes I set it up quite early in the day, and today I was later in the day. And I did see that Margaret was not first on here tonight. Cherie, it was you tonight. Goodness me. And Marilyn, did I see you say that Margaret wasn't well over the weekend? Sorry to hear that. Please pass on our love to her, all of us. We miss her when she's not here. All right. I'm looking through to see, have I missed any questions that anyone needed answered? Because there's a lot of comments and I'm not going to have time to read them all before we start. So I'll go back and read them after. But yeah, wow. Lots of comments, girls. It's great to see all the chatter. I love that. That's fantastic. All right. Let me just have a little look here. Hi, Denise. Denise, I'll give you a call over the next couple of days. I had hoped to do that at the end of last week, and I had to go to a family funeral, and everything kind of went out the window, really. So I feel like I'm only, even though I've been back since Tuesday, I feel like I'm only just getting through it, and I'm still not sleeping through the night. Ugh. But it's getting better. I was waking up at 2 something, then I was waking up 3 something. My latest trick is waking up at 4 something for the day. So that's nice, Chris, and I'm sorry to hear that. Let me have a little look. Some people, if you do still have your mum with you, you are very blessed, because we're at a stage of lives, many of us, where we don't have our mums anymore. But like I was saying, it's still wonderful to honour them. Oh, hello, Miss Ellen. hello. Yes. Hello, Gina. How are you? Nice to have you back with us again. Oh, good. You enjoyed the Mexico pictures. Good, Colleen. That's great. Yeah, Susan and I had the opportunity. We didn't, what was really interesting. We normally talk every day, and we actually probably talked less, even though we saw each other while we were in Mexico. We probably talked less in Mexico than we do on a regular day from one side of the world to the other. But the backpacks went great, from what I heard. I was not part of that. I was off doing something that particular day that they were doing that, but. Yeah, it was, I believe it was a very successful project from what I've heard. So that's great. I didn't see Susan every single day. I saw her the first day because we actually caught up at the airport. The weirdest thing, we were flying from northern Michigan. Susan lives in a state called Minnesota, and I was in northern Michigan. So that's a couple of, an hour and a half or something flying time from one to the other. But it just so happened that the path of the plane that we were flying to Cancun down in Mexico, and that the plane happened to fly from Sault Ste. Marie Airport That's the American side, not the Canadian side, but Sault Ste. Marie. And then we went down to Minnesota, down to Minneapolis, which is where Susan is. Her plane was an hour later than mine, but it just so happened that we were, as soon as I landed, we were texting each other, where are you, and because I was wondering if she was already at the airport, and she was, and she came and met us at the gate, and that was so much fun to see her there. One of my favorite moments of the whole trip. How is that? So got to see her at the airport. We got to catch up. I got to meet her sister, which I've heard a million things about her. And then we got our separate flights and caught up again when we got to Mexico. Saw each other at the general session on the first day. And then we went off and did different things over the next couple of days. So I didn't see her at all. The Thursday, we spent the day together at a water park where we floated down the river, and you may have seen those photos floating down through the mangroves, and that was fantastic. And then Friday was the second last day. What did I do on the Friday? Oh, we did see each other a little bit, not much on the Friday, and then the Saturday morning before we all flew off, we had made sure we had breakfast together to say our goodbyes. So there we go. So yeah, it was such a great trip, so good. I have favorite trips, and this one is going to probably be in my top 5. It's really hard to name an absolute favorite. They're all favorites for different reasons, but this one is definitely up there with probably, I think, one of the best we've had. It was the resort was absolutely beautiful, and the food was amazing. Everything about it was amazing. It was 5-star. It was amazing. So yeah, and I can't talk about it I can't do it justice by talking about it. So the photos are the best way to see. So oh, Sharon, I'm so sorry to hear that. As Cherie said, our condolences to you, honey. That's not nice. And it's a real journey. Our mums are so important to us, aren't they? So, and you don't really realize it until you become a mum yourself, or until you're got that maturity to understand the sacrifices and all the things our mums did for us. So, yeah, that certainly was my experience. I don't think I really appreciated my mum until I had my own children. And I remember when my daughter was 8 weeks old, my mum came and helped me for a couple of weeks because I was struggling. And I said to her, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize, what you went through and how much you struggled through things, because I was struggling. And it certainly gives you some perspective, right? And Leslie, 22 years, that's a long time, right? But you're saying you can't believe it's been that long. Oh, that's nice, Donna, to have a neighbour who gives you your mum and yourself a present for Mother's Day. My dad and my stepmom rang me today to wish me a happy Mother's Day, and I tried to ring her to wish her a Mother's Day happy Mother's Day as well. Oh, Ellen, how are you going? Are you feeling any better? I see you're still not well, so I take it the lurgy got shared around, right? Not good. My husband's been off work since we came home. He's not been well. He came home with a sinus infection and had to go and see a doctor and has been on antibiotics, and he's finally well enough to go back to work tomorrow. So that's been fun. Thankfully, he hasn't shared it though. Hello, Dimity. Nice to see you here. Hello, Anne. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying the videos. That's really, really good. I'm just going to go through and see if I missed any other really important comments. I've missed so many, and I'm so sorry if I've not named you. That's just how it goes, right? All right, let's get started. I know this is a long time to just chat before we start, but it's it's an important day, Mother's Day, and I wanted to talk about that before we start. So I'm going to start tonight with something. I'm going to focus on a particular product and on a particular color. Does anyone want to guess what color I'm going to focus on tonight? It's new. So that's a clue. Some of you may know that we have a new color in our catalogue, and it's not an in color. So that only leaves one choice, really. Let's switch over to the desk and have a little look at what we're going to play with. All right, so when you turn to the color wheel's up the back on page 132. Here it is here, okay? And most of our colors are in here, but not all. Yes, that's correct. Rose is right. It's called Basic Beige, okay? And I wanted to talk about it because we haven't mentioned it yet. It is not in the color wheel. And you're thinking, well, hang on a second. Why have we got colors that aren't in the color wheel? We have some basic colors. We have white, black, and now Basic Beige, 3 colors that do not feature in the color wheel because truly they're not really colors. They're more shades and they're neutrals. Okay, so they fall under their own category. Let me just come over here. So we have color families. Okay, we have subtles on page 135, and all of our subtle colors. There's 10 of those. There they all are. Okay, and then on this page you have your regals on page 137. 136 has our brights, and you can see they're well named. They're nice and bright. Your regals are more royal rich colors. Okay, can be feminine or masculine. Then we've got the neutrals. Okay, now the neutrals are all of our standard basic colors that go with most things. Okay, boring beige, says Donna. Do you really think it's boring? The nice thing about the beige is it goes with everything. Okay, so if you're looking for a really good color to mix and match with every other color, Basic Beige is going to be a great color for you. Okay, yes, tints, exactly, Cherie. That's right. And it's warmer than white. It's certainly, I think, a little more interesting than white. Now, over here, we have the basics. You can see Basic Beige. Here it is here. We have Very Vanilla, Basic White, and Basic Black. Okay, now bronze and ivory are just listed there because they are a blends combo. So we'll ignore those ones because you can't buy cardstock in it. It's the only ones you can get the cardstock are in the Basic Beige, Very Vanilla, Basic White, and Basic Black. Okay, so these are the 4 basics that fall outside of that color wheel. Okay, I'm loving it too. And what I thought I would do is, first of all, before we actually start creating with it, is I'm going to show you, I did show you these the other day. These are a couple of the swaps. I'm going to bring out a couple more. These are swaps from my Mexico trip that have used Basic Beige, and I hope you'll get a feel for how many different types of ways that you can use it. Okay, so here you can see. Now, if this was white, it would not be nearly as nice. Okay, so the Basic Beige she has used, who is this? This is Jane Stoll. And she has used Mossy Meadow, and you can see she's used that gorgeous dotted circles embossing 3D embossing folder, and she's also used the circle, one of the circles here from the Spotlight on Nature dies, and she's used the Spotlight on Nature set, okay, and also down here as well, and she's tamed it up with some copper. So you've got copper of the oxidized paper here, and also some copper sequins. Super nice, and it looks so good with the Basic Beige. Okay, so it does go with everything, Suzanne, you're right. That's why I wanted to show it tonight. So here, totally different color scheme, Basic Beige again. Now, this time she's used white for her stamping. Who have we got? Kim Quaid made this beautiful card, okay? But she's used, for the base, Pretty in Pink, which is a new in color, some Pretty in Pink in color DSP, some Pretty in Pink glimmer paper, which is also available right now, and also the Pretty in Pink ribbon. The Basic Beige part is kind of like, what would you call it? Like a foil that goes next to the pink, but doesn't detract from it. And that's the thing, when you use it with other colors, it does not take away from those colors. It's like a perfect pairing. This one has been used with Night of Navy, Basic Beige for the sand dollars here, Basic Beige ribbon, Basic Beige cardstock base. This is Jennifer Cotton who has made this card, and she's used that gorgeous, this is the Seaside Wishes. I've just ordered this, cannot wait to actually start playing with it because I really love it. And in fact, this card and one other that was in my swaps are the reason that I ended up thinking, yep, I have to have it. It's beautiful. You're waiting for it to arrive, Sheila. Cool. That'll be great when it comes. Oh, you don't like crumb cake either? Oh, Donna. Oh, I'm gonna have to sit you down, honey. We're gonna have a little what do you call those things? What do you call those things when somebody sits somebody down and tells them how, you know, how things should be? I forget what it is, but you try and change someone's mind. Someone will know the word for what I'm trying to say. You know, usually you can get it with a whole bunch of people and you're going to try and change their minds. Beige awesome, says the other Donna Ricardo. We have 2 Donnas here tonight. No, not a lecture. Not a lecture. Intervention. Thank you, Leslie. Leslie knew what I meant. We need an intervention. Thanks, Sharon. That's right. Oh, heart to heart. That as well. All right. So, yes, all of the above, those things would all work to try and change Donna's mind. But maybe we don't have to change Donna's mind because it's okay for her to not like it. There you go. Marilyn doesn't like crumb cake. So you and Donna could run off into a corner somewhere, Marilyn, and be your you know, poo-poo basic beige and crumb cake. Okay. Oh, you don't like craft either, Donna. I'm so sorry, honey. Run, Donna, run, says Cherie. All right. So here they've used it with just a simple Night of Navy, and it's that lovely swirly embossing folder in the background. Now this one uses basic beige in the paper that's at the back, okay, and they've used it with Misty Moonlight. This is, who made this one? This is Chris Waddell. There you go, and she's just used it with the birdhouse, the country birdhouse stuff. This one is a very simple little card, Amy Rich, okay, and she's used some of the paper. Now I'll show you this paper in a moment as well. I've got that, so I thought I would show it to you. Basic beige, ribbon, Misty Moonlight, and done. This one is also basic beige, and she's actually used a little bit of the raffia twine here. I'm not sure. Ooh, I don't even remember whether that comes from. I'm not sure. But this is the country, what is it called? Country, not Country Woods, Country something. Here it is. So it's from the Country Woods collection, but the stamp set is called Country Flowers. All right, you can see it's here. And then this is the pot that she's got it in. And she's used the little stamp that says Flower Market. She's put that on the outside. Really, really nice. And this card is a fancy fold. Lena Gerzer made this lovely card. And she's from Ontario. So there you go, from Canada. All right, so you can see this card opens up like so. Isn't this nice? It's a really nice fold. I'm going to have to make a card with this fold because I haven't done one of these for a really long time. Super, super nice. I can see though that that online exclusive ribbon, the one with the I think is it crumb cake, like a stitching through it, that has been used in the background. Really, really nice. So, and this little stamp here, the little flowers are this one here. I don't have this set yet. Okay, this is not currently in my collection. So, but I do have the Country Birdhouse. So you can't have everything, right? But if you are someone who likes to have a full collection, now the only thing I have found about basic beige, all right, the one thing about it that it kind of has to go, where do I put my ink pad? Okay, because I have, as you might, I have 2 ink pad storage pieces for each of my color packs. There are 5 in a pack, so 2 gets me 10 colors. Okay, so that's a color family. All right, so the regals, the subtles, the brights, the neutrals, those all fit in there. Then I have another one for the 2 sets of in colors. Okay, so I have 2 more sets of 5 to do another 10 in colors. And then I actually have like a spare one which can house my white and now my basic beige. Okay, we don't have a vanilla ink pad. If you have a look back over here, there is no stamp pad. There is no vanilla. There is no white. Now there is white craft, okay, but not basic white, and that is over on a separate page. And that's but that one is kept separately, and I actually keep that one in a drawer. Here it is. This is just white craft ink. This is a different type of ink, so not to be confused with our other colors and so forth. This is a pigment ink which can be used for embossing, can be used for a whole range of different things, but it is not a water-based ink. So just bear in mind that one needs to be a little bit separate. All right. And then as far as black goes, we have Memento and we have Stays On. So that kind of rounds out the color collection. But Basic Beige, here it is. Okay. You can see, let me just move this out of the way. I have my cardstock. I have my ribbon. Now this ribbon is like the one that I showed you the other day in the in colors. Super nice. All right. You can you see it there? And it's got like a stitched row on either side. It ties really nicely. It's softer than you might think. It's quite fine. So you can actually tie a bow with it very easily and manipulate it to do what you want it to do. So I like to have bows on my projects that have fairly small loops. So that means you need to pull it backwards and forwards a few times to make it sit the way you want it to sit. All right, so I'll keep that to one side because I might use that bow in a bit. All right, let's open this up. I'm going to just you can use your take your pick tool or a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to open this up. All right, so I've got a sheet of A4 here. A4 is always good to have, and we're going to cut this to card base size. I'm going to use it as my card base, and I'm going to cut this at 14.8 or just over 14.8 to make my card base. All right, let's fold it up and use a bone folder to get that a nice flat crease. What have I done with my bone folder? Here it is. Right, ready to go. Let's put that to one side. All right, so I do love all these color combinations. Because I've just told you it goes with everything, I'm just going to use some of the beautiful new in color paper. I will show you the other paper that I was just mentioning that has the Basic Beige in. This is called Country Lace paper. Yep, Country Lace 12 by 12 paper. So let's open this up as well. But I'm not going to use it, I don't think, for this card. It has Basic Beige in it, of course, but it also has Smoky Slate, which is what this one is. And what other colors does it have? Basic Beige, Misty Moonlight, Petal Pink, and Smoky Slate. Okay, they are the colors. So it's quite muted, but very pretty. So you can see it's got the Basic Beige here on this side, the Smoky Slate here on this side. We've got our Misty Moonlight there. That's nice. And on the back of that is our Petal Pink. Very pretty, but very, very soft and simple. I love this one. This is the Basic Beige, and that would look really, really nice behind our piece. There's some Smoky Slate, and you can see you could use this in a myriad of different ways. Misty Moonlight, Basic Beige. This is nice. Oh, I do like that. In fact, I think that, did she use that one here? No, she didn't. But I love it. That's really nice. Like that one. That will definitely get dragged out. Whether it gets dragged out tonight, I don't know. Misty Moonlight. This looks like denim. Does you think that looks like denim? You can make a pair of jeans out of that. Maybe we should at some point. All right, so that is the Country Lace paper, and it does match this Basic Beige paper, but you could use it to match other things as well. All right, so let's have a little look here. I'm thinking of using, shall I use Shy Shamrock or Summer? I might go Summer Splash maybe tonight. I did use Summer Splash on the card we made on Friday night. That was what this was, and that's really nice. But will I go the same? Maybe I'll go Shy Shamrock just for something different, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. And do I want to use the leafy paper? Oh, we could use the stripes too. The stripes are always good. And we've also got dots. Oh, don't know which one to use. Maybe dots. Maybe dots would be good. All right, let's go with that. And I'm going to cut this at the 3-inch mark. This is 6 by 6 paper, so that means I'm cutting it halfway. And I'm going to make it 13 centimeters long. And then I'm going to cut this, because this is 3 inches, I'm going to cut this into 3 equal bits. So 1 inch, pieces. And now I have 3 equal parts. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to pop these straight on the front. I'm going to start by, I usually do, you can start with the middle one and then put the 2 on the outside. That's one way to do it. Or you can do the 2 on the outside and then pop the 1 in the middle. And either way you do it, the only way you don't want to do it, you don't want to start at one side and work your way across. You want to go equally. So 1 here, and then 1 in the middle, or 1 in the middle, 1 here, and 1 here. And the reason why is that helps you place them evenly so you're not worried about where they go. So do I want to put that there? Is that about right? Yeah, that's about right. All right, so this is about 1 centimeter from this edge, the folded edge, and I just need to make sure it's straight. And then this one is going to go from the same distance from the cut edge. So that way it always makes them placed perfectly. Now, I haven't been keeping up with all the comments. I love the white ink pad too, Donna. I'm glad to know that we are agreed on some things. White ink pad is something I use a lot. So let's put this about the same amount of distance away from this edge. And if you're worried about getting it completely straight, use your grid paper. Okay, you know, line it up with the grid, the edges of it, and it helps you keep everything a bit more straight. All right, so I'm going to pop this now in the middle. Exactly. Cherie just said that. That's exactly right. Handy with the tip, Cherie. That's good. All right, like so. All right, happy with that. Keeping it nice and simple. Now, because we're doing, I'm deciding, because the beige looks so good with other colors, okay, I could put a white, you know, motif on here and then add a beige piece. That actually probably would look quite nice. And I'm just looking at my new stamp sets and seeing which one would I like to use for this. We have got lots of choices, and that is always a problem, is it not? So I'm just looking to see what I would like to use. I still have more stamp sets to come. I've got a lot of stamp sets still to come. I've got a couple more coming in my next order. The Flowers of Beauty I used the other night. This actually matches this is part of the Unbounded Beauty suite. Unbounded Love. Is Unbounded Love the name of the paper, or is Unbounded Beauty the name of the paper? Because the suite takes its name from the paper. But let me have a quick look here. Or did I go past it? I think I might have gone past it. Oh, there's that Seaside Wishes set. I love this sample. That's so nice. I'm going to have a play with that. All right, so what you can do is come over here, look for stamp sets and go Unbounded, or you could look for the paper and you'll get that there as well. Unbounded Love is the name of the stamp set. So that's 55, which I think means that the paper is going to be Unbounded Beauty. So, yep, it is. So this stamps, the paper pack is called Unbounded Beauty, which is where it gets its name from, this here, okay? And then part of that suite, we have Flowers of Beauty and Unbounded Love. And then we have the beautiful glimmer paper, which I think I will definitely be using on this card, and the resin dots. Now, the last time I checked, and I'm just going to check again now, the resin dots were out of stock. Which means you can't order the whole suite right now. Yeah, they're still out of stock, but they are due in this week. So we'll keep an eye on it, because these will come back in, and then you can order the whole bundle if you want to. So the whole collection, which is 163360, that's the order number to get everything. 2 stamp sets, 2 die sets, glimmer paper, resin dots, and the DSP. All of that is $247.50. Now, if you're thinking, oh, that seems like a lot to spend in one hit, what you can do, of course, is just pick and choose the bits you want, you know, like piece by piece. However, You cannot order the whole suite at the moment because the resin dots are out of stock. As soon as the resin dots come back in, you'll be able to use this code 163390 to get everything. And it might be worth it if you are looking at getting it all. That $247.50, okay, that price is actually going to almost, because at $250 you get host dollars, you get host rewards, you get 10% of your order back in whatever you want to order on that particular order. So if your order is $250 or more, just say it was $250 on the dot, you would get $25 to spend in product, okay, because you always get that whenever you spend. You don't have to host a party or anything like that. You get that even for an order, just an order of that size. And a lot of people, that's how they organize their purchases. They like to do it that way. So I'm thinking, let's use the beautiful Spotlight on Nature set, and I'm actually going to go with a white. I'm thinking I'll go with a white circle, but then I want to use the basic beige for my sentiment, so that will tie that together. And I'm thinking, what one will I use? This one, I think. I like this one with the little flowers around the edge, and I think that's a good size to work on here. Yeah, let's try that. So I'm going to grab myself a piece of basic white cardstock, which I have some sitting here. There it is. There's some. And I'm going to cut that like so. And let's pop that on there. I'm not even going to bring my cut and emboss machine in because I've got it sitting here right next to me on the desk. So it's just easy to do it where I'm sitting. All right, so you can see that that's cut out. Really, these are lovely. I love this. If you love lots of circles, the Spotlight on Nature dies are absolutely fantastic. Love them. Okay, so these are some of my new favorites. Right now, you can see it hasn't quite added. If something you can do if you want to push this out quickly is I just sometimes use my die brush, which fits onto the end of your take your pick tool. See, like so, you take the putty end off and just screw the brush tip in. It's a separate attachment, but I just flick it. Or you can use the mat, the sponge mat that comes with it, and that also does a good job. But if you're too lazy to walk over and grab the sponge mat from its place, which is where I'm at right now, then you can just flick it over, and that also gets rid of almost all the pieces for you. Just a couple sitting there still. There we go. All right. Alrighty. Okay, here we are. I saw somebody in the comments earlier talking about the fact that my son was coming home this weekend, and I was excited about that. He did. I had to drive him back to the station this afternoon, so I'm a little bit sad that he's had to go home, but it was really, really great to see him. He came on Friday afternoon, got off the off the train, and I picked him up, which was fantastic. And then came and had a few hours with us. Then he went to a friend's house. They had a bit of a party that night. I'm using this Spotlight on Nature piece here, and I'm thinking, what color will I go with for this? I'm thinking I could do it in Show Shamrock, but I'm actually thinking maybe I'll do it in a darker color. I think, I wonder what about navy, because that would go quite nicely with this. Or I could do it in black. What do you guys think? What color shall we stamp our flowers? Okay, I'm gonna put them straight on here. I probably will color them, but I'm gonna pop them straight on here. So what do you guys think? I know they're really nice, Sherry, aren't they? They're really great circle dies. Navy, says Sheila, and navy, says Marilyn. Okay, navy it is. I think black might be just a little bit too harsh. That's why. Let's see how that looks. And let's pop that up here towards the top there. Oops, and I've got a bit of a mark here. That's okay. I'll just quickly wipe that off. Good thing about glass mats, so easy to clean, right? We love it. Okay. All right. So that, it does look good. The navy was a good choice, girls. We like that. All right, but I'm going to use, I don't have Summer Splash in blends yet, but I do have it in Shy Shamrock, so I'll use that. I'm just grabbing it. Where did I put my Shy Shamrock? Oh, here it is. It's right here on the table. I haven't put it away from Friday night. Well, that'll learn me. Okay. This is very pretty. This one is the light, and then on this one you can see when we look at it and read it, this is the dark. So I'm gonna do this with my fine tip end, and I'm just gonna add some color to these. I'm using the Blends alcohol markers mainly because they're easy to color with, and I love that. You know, I could use my Stampin' Up markers, but I like the fact that these give me light and dark. So let's add these. And to be honest, some colors there's quite a bit of difference between the light and the dark. The Shy Shamrock, there doesn't seem to be such a massive difference between the light and the dark. So some colors you'll notice it a lot more than others. All right, simple coloring there. Now, the next thing is, what color are we going to do our flowers? I have got Petunia Pop, and I have got, I don't have Pretty in Pink yet. I have ordered it. This is Petunia Pop, is it? No, hang on. This is Bubble Bath. So that will work really well. I'm sure I've ordered Petunia Pop. Huh. Sure. I have got a whole bunch of colours. Is this it? No, that's Blackberry Bliss. Mind you, that would go as well. That would actually be quite nice. So that could be a go. Highland Heather. So this is a little bit lighter, a bit more purple. I was going to use Petunia Pop mainly because it's a new colour and I love showing off new colours. But I don't know. I've got Melon Mambo. I know I do have Petunia Pop. That actually, I know where it is. I know exactly where it is. It's over in the bag waiting for Wednesday's class. So that's okay. I'll grab it. Because it's a really nice colour. It's a bit more pinky than those purple ones I've just shown you. And that, I just think it's really lovely. I'm going to start with the dark one. So this is dark Petunia Pop. I'm just going to put the dark one right down the bottom here. Go to light. I always get my light colours to do the work. So I start with my dark colour and then use my light to do the blending. And then I'm going to go over with my Bubble Bath. So even though these colours, I'll use the other end, even though these colours aren't a perfect match, they actually should blend quite nicely together because they're still in the purples range, purple violet range. If I had Pretty in Pink, I would have used it, but I don't. But it's on my next order, I believe. All right, let's go and do that again. So we start with the dark. I might do the little one too because these are only small. And it's almost impossible for me to talk while I'm working with colours like this because I want to just concentrate on what I'm doing and then I forget to say anything, which is probably not, I don't know, maybe that's good. It's probably good if I don't say anything. All right. You joined us for the discount, Leslie. Oh, I know, right? Oh, you know what? Thank you very much for that, Donna. Yeah, it is a lot of work making videos and so forth, but you know what? It is so worth it. It's a lot of fun. I was actually, my husband and I were talking about this tonight. The fact that I started doing videos just over 4 years ago when the pandemic first started. And the reason I started doing them was because, well, firstly, my I had to give up all my in-person classes because of COVID, right? So COVID came along and all of a sudden we can't do in-person classes. So that's not good. I'm going to pop that there. And I'm wondering, I'm considering doing a little bit of blending over this. And if I was going to do blending, I'd probably use my bubble bath. I could use Summer Splash as well. I don't know. Which way will I go? Summer Splash is nice, but I've just ordered some more blending brushes actually because I feel like I need a few new clean ones. Let's see, this one, does this one have, now when I turn this over you'll see that the colour goes through. Actually this one's good, I'll use that. So I'm thinking maybe Summer Splash. Let me pick up some of the colour. You can see it picks it up really well. There's a lot of colour on there and I want to use it on a scrap. So let me find a scrap. Is there a scrap? Hang on one second, getting a scrap. Is it scrap? See, this is why I'm starting, because see how it sort of makes all these brush strokes? You want to kind of get rid of those before you start applying it to your project, because there's still a little bit there, but anyway. I'm just going to try and get rid of some of those brush strokes at least. This is a new ink pad, so that's when you'll see more brush strokes than normal. I'm a big blending fan. Okay, so I use blending brushes a lot. I just think that it adds something to your projects. We did this on Friday night. I haven't added my sentiment yet, but remember we did this, we added the blending, and it was only when we added the blending that the whole card came alive. So yeah, it really is something you can add to your projects to really make them pop. Right, I'm going to say that doesn't look too bad. And that's going to go like so. All right, so this is going to go on here. I'm just looking to see if I've missed any comments. Summer Splash, oh good, I'm glad I chose right. Let's see. I'm looking back on comments to see. You're looking for a video, are you, Monique? You know, that's okay. So I just going back really quickly to why I started doing videos. Okay, I couldn't do in-person classes anymore because of COVID, because you know we weren't allowed to. However, I realized very quickly, because when they first announced COVID, I had a bit of a panic. I had about a week where I just kind of froze and went, what am I going to do? You know, is this the end of my business? Because I really wondered if it was. My business was mostly in person. And here I was thinking about, you know, how on earth I'm going to try and continue to make this happen when, you know, I can't run in-person classes. So now I'm going to come in with my basic beige piece, and I'm going to actually put my sentiment. Now I could put my sentiment on in white, but because we have basic beige here in the bottom, I'm thinking about doing it here. So I can use a banner. I can use my beloved Stylish Shapes dies. If you don't have the Stylish Shapes dies, they are absolutely the ones you probably need to get. And I'm going to use, will I use Dear Friend or will I use Thanks? I used Thanks the other night, but it's such a... now, if we're going to use the basic beige ribbon, maybe I won't use basic beige cardstock as well, because that's going to be a lot of basic beige. But if I use the basic beige ribbon, that still ties in with my base. So I could go with the white. Let me have a little look in my scrap bucket here. Da-da-da, here it is. And I'm going to see if I have any white banners already cut. I mean, I can cut one, obviously, but If I have any already cut, that just makes life easier. We've got one like this, which would work, but the thanks would go on that. The dear friend, maybe not. It might be too long. Then I've also got like a long skinny banner like so, but this one only just fits the thanks. And you really got it. I have to be very, very clever with my stamping to get it on there. So we did use this one the other night for the thanks. You can see I put it on one end there, and that would work again if we do that. I was having a quick look to see if there's anything else here that I would want to use. My beautiful tailor-made tags that I used to use all the time, those have discontinued. So I won't be using those anymore. Also in the countryside, what's it called? Countryside Corners? No. What's the name of that one? I need to get my head around the names of some of these things. You just can't remember everything, right? Because that would look good. I don't mind this one. So it fits really rather nicely there. So to finish off my story, I decided, like I had that week of panic when COVID first started, and then I made a decision, and I decided that if I was frightened and scared of what was going to happen, then I could imagine that lots and lots of my customers were as well, feeling the same way that I was. And I made a decision that I was just going to show up. I wanted to show up and keep showing up for my customers and keep showing up for my community, so that you guys, we were all going to go through this together, right? That's basically why I did what I did. That's why I decided. Now I'm deciding whether to go Shy Shamrock. No, I'm going to go Knighted Navy for my greeting as well. So if I go with this one, this is a stylish shapes die. All right, so I've got my Knighted Navy right here. I'm going to pop that. And I'm going to do my thanks. And we'll pop that on block B here. Double check to make sure I've got it in the right place. And I'm going to pop it slightly to one side. Only because I'm going to put... Oh, what happened there? I've got a mark on it. Well, that's not very good. How noticeable is that mark? Can you see it? Oh, you guys can't see it. Can you see it now? I don't know how I got that mark there. It looks like a hair or something, but I can't see any. So I don't know how that got there. But you know what? I'm just going to go with it. I can always stick another one over the top later. I'm going to put some dimensionals behind. So that was the reasoning why I started doing videos. I decided that I wanted, and I started with Friday nights, and then I added in, or Sunday nights, I forget which one came first. And then I decided to add in the second night. And it was only in November last year that I decided to add in techniques on a Tuesday. That's basically how it went. Bling will cover it. Well, maybe, but it's sort of right there in the middle of the word. But yeah, we will need bling, absolutely. So I'm thinking about adding my little... Now, I've got a few options. I can pop it here at the side of the greeting, my ribbon, or I could put it up here on the edge of the circle. That would also look nice. I could even put it at the bottom of the stem if I wanted to, but I feel like it's a bit cluttered here in the middle. I am leaning towards putting it down here. What do you guys think? Where would you like to see my bow? How about lightly shading with the same color you used before? I could, yes. It is a little bit risky because there's, you know, a few brush strokes, but yeah, I could maybe do some shading. Let's just try it. I'm going to go really, really light over this and just see how it goes. So this is Summer Splash. And the colors that we're using here, Shy Shamrock is the darker green, the one I've used in the background. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, does it? We're going to make that work. And then I'm going to use my basic beige ribbon and pop it on here. And the other night, the horror of it all, I cut my ribbon on an angle. And tonight I'm going to try cutting it straight to see how that goes. Now, if you want to fray it, then cutting it straight is the way to go. The only thing is I find sometimes these ribbons, see how it clings onto one side? So you're going to have to like attack that. So let's cut that off. And then you have to kind of operate on it, create. That doesn't look bad. And let's see how that goes. Now, I did ask people what you like it on the stem, on the circle under the small flower, under here, on this side. Let's see what other people have said. It was pretty awful. I know people did not enjoy lockdowns and not being able to travel and all the things. Edge of circle. All right, so if we're going to do that, so let's go and do this side. Cut it straight, and I'm going to fray this side as well. So you kind of need to go slowly with it because it is going to try and cling on one side. And then when we have it doing that, you just need to kind of very carefully cut it. We're missing Margaret tonight. I haven't seen her. Margaret, if you're watching or watching the replay, we are thinking of you. A little bit more surgery. And we need bling. Absolutely, we need bling. But the card looks really cute. I'm liking it. You missed your kids and grandkids during lockdown, Leslie? Yeah, I think a lot of people did. Can you get off with a sand eraser? Probably could. Probably could. All right, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my matching bling. Okay, now we have some options here. So we have Shy Shamrock bling. We have Summer Splash. Both of those would go, of course. We have Petunia Pop bling, and we also have Pretty in Pink. Now, even though I didn't use Pretty in Pink, I used Bubble Bath, it would still go. It's lighter, but it's going to go. So which colour shall we use? The only colour I probably wouldn't use is the Peach Pie because that's completely different to anything we have on our card. So you like the card? Good, Sherry. Thank you so much. Margaret is watching now. Oh, good, good. I'm so glad. Thank you. I see that. Thanks, Margaret. Yay. I hope you're feeling better, honey. You ran a food bank. Oh, that would have kept you busy for sure. Absolutely. So, yeah, the whole idea of starting these videos was so we could all get through this together. And then they've kind of gotten on a roll and everyone has enjoyed them. I've enjoyed doing them and so just decided to keep doing it. Pink, says Cherie. Okay, but the light or the dark? I'm thinking maybe the light for this one. Let's try that. So we have, let me grab my scissors. I had them before. Where are they now? Here's a pair here. Here we go. Paper snips are good for this. All right. Oh, pink, 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 pink. And Sheila said dark. So no one else has actually ventured whether it should be dark or light. So maybe we'll go dark then. All right. So this is there's two sizes. The bigger one. Okay, these are really lovely, these gems. And then there's the small ones here. So I'm wondering where to start with this. I'm thinking maybe down in this corner. I'm not even going to try and put one over that line. I'm going to pretend that line doesn't exist. I'm going to use a smaller one over here and another small one a little higher up. Like that. There we go. I'm going to call that a finished card. What do you think? Do we like it? Certainly the thing that made the biggest difference was this bit of blending on here. Don't ever underestimate how much blending changes the look of a card. Okay. Oh, that's okay. Thank you so much, Carolyn. How is beautiful Vancouver Island at the moment? Is it gorgeous over there? Coming into summer, I'm guessing, or your spring. It's springtime, right? Okay, let me have a little look. All right, so that is my all about basic beige tonight. I hope that you've enjoyed playing around with it. I hope that you can see that if I had used a white background, it still would have been beautiful, but that basic beige just adds something to it and makes it, I think it makes the colors pop a little bit more. It's just, you know, it's such a great color. You will get a lot of use out of it because it literally goes with everything, okay? And it's a great background piece, a great neutral to add. So it does come in, as I showed you before, the ribbon, the cardstock, the ink, and the refill. I think that's all. Let's have a quick look. Yep. So your basic beige. Actually, it's only got the 3 here. It's got basic beige, cardstock, stamp pad, and refill because the ribbon is not on the same page. The ribbon is elsewhere. Those 3 are here. The ribbon, if you're looking for it, is 163788. Okay, if you wanted to order the ribbon, that's the number 163788. And let me have a quick check and I'll tell you how much it is. So it's the ribbons are all together back over here. And when you go looking, the ribbons and the embellishments, here we go, ribbons are here. All right, so the bordered ribbon is $13.25. And if I look through, where's basic beige? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. $13.25. It's number 15. So let's look for number 15. You guys have probably found it already. Here, 15. They've shown it here. So I think it is just going to be super, super useful and versatile. And it's a color. It's a good stand-in. I didn't say this before, but to me, it helps me feel like they've filled the gap made by the loss of Sahara sand. Sahara sand was probably my most used neutral, that and grey granite. Love, love, love them. And crumb cake. Sorry, crumb cake goes without saying. But I've really missed Sahara sand going. And this has got like a little bit of greenish tone to it. The same as, let me quickly grab. I still have some, I think I have some Sahara sand still. I'm just going to grab it and show you the difference. Because it is different to Sahara sand. It's lighter and brighter. Okay, that's Sahara sand. This is basic beige. All right, so you can see they're very, very different. But you still, could you color the beige ribbon? Yeah, sure you could. Yep. I tell you what I have just ordered because I want to do color change. I always go looking every single time we have a new catalog. I always go looking for the perfect white ribbon to color. Okay, now in the ribbons, let's find them again. We do have this black and vanilla ribbon, which you can also color so it's black and whatever color you want. If you're using your blends markers, it colors ribbons really, really nicely. But we have got still the white ribbon with the silver edge. That's super, super nice. And there is also another white ribbon. There's the one that comes in the 2-pack with the petal pink. That is number 11. That's called petal pink and white diagonal trim combo pack. Not the one I'm looking for, though. Where is the one I'm looking for? Where is it? 13. Iridescent striped trim. So this is like a see-through iridescent ribbon with stripes through it. That colors really, really nicely. In fact, if you turn to where the, what's it called? Something of life. I'm still learning all the names of everything. You guys are going to have to bear with me. I'm still feeling like I'm not quite there. Full of life. It's on page 43. There is the striped iridescent trim, number 3. Iridescent 1/2 inch striped trim. There it is. And over here, if you look here, they've actually shown you where they have colored some of that striped trim with the this looks to me like blueberry bushel blends markers, and they are showing how they have colored that. So that is a really great ribbon to get if you want to do color changes, and they've used it, the blue version here. So they've colored it down here with the blends, and then they've used it on the card here. They've stapled it on. Can you see it? So that gives you, there's a lot of really, if you look through the samples really carefully in your catalog, you're going to get some great tips and hints on things to do with your products that you maybe haven't quite caught on to yet. So this is showing you that you can color it and then show it as an example of what it would look like if it's colored. So I think the basic beige is a great color. So I hope that you guys will love it. I know that we've got a couple of people here who are thinking maybe they don't. That's okay. Maybe you need time to warm up to it, or maybe you'll never love it, and that's all right. We can all respect each other's differences, right? So I am putting my Summer Splash and Shy Shamrock away. I'm going to put my Petunia Pop back into the packet that it came out of, so it's ready for class this week. And then I'm going to do one more very quick thing. Now, we've used up a lot of time tonight, mainly because I've been too busy flapping my gums, as my husband would say. Flapping my gums and talking instead of creating. And I hope you're all still with me and not getting bored. But let's do a quick project with something else. All right, so I'm just cleaning off my Spotlight on Nature set. Those couple of stamps we just used, and pop them away. Such a nice set, this one. Now, what I was going to do tonight, I may save for another night, only because I don't want to take up too much of your time. But I was going to show you another new set. It's called In the Grove. Super nice. This reminds me a lot, this set, of the what are they called? Grassy Grove. Grassy Grove is the one that we already had, and we still have. Okay, so now we have two sets. One's called In the Grove, the other one's called Grassy Grove. The Grassy Grove set has, you guys might remember, I did a card with it just recently, and let me grab it out, where I use the new Thoughtful Journey paper in the background. Do you remember this one? We did this one. This one, the In the Grove set, has a similar die. Okay, so let me just see if I have that handy. It has a similar die, and it's a large die, like a large size die pack. I haven't even opened it yet, so you can watch me do that. And it does a similar thing to what the Grassy Grove one does. All right, so we've got this one, and I'm going to use this for another card coming up because I think this is really nice. All right, so it cuts out a window just like this one cuts out a window. Okay, it cuts out this shape, so it's like you're looking through the trees at whatever it is you want to put. So you could put the mountains in behind. That would look really great. You've got a row of pine trees here, which I love. This is fantastic. However, you can, if you want to be quick and easy, you can do this with a beautiful paper, such as any that have a scene. So our Meandering Meadow paper would work for this. So do these gorgeous Thoughtful Journey papers. I love these papers. I just think they are absolutely gorgeous. This is the one. This one here is the one we used here, and then we stamped some background stamps in that one. The Hills of Tuscany particularly ended up with because we were wanting a house, right, from the Hills of Tuscany. And then I used the trees in the background from this Grassy Grove set. So you can see that one. How beautiful are these? They're just stunning. Love, love, love them. I mean, how nice would that be through our, looking at our beautiful trees coming through there. How gorgeous. Just stunning. And every time I look at it, I think that just is perfect for making fabulous things. Also, how cute is this little bunny? Can you see him? How cute is he? You could do him in black, like a little silhouette, and he'd be super cute. But what I'm going to do, because I don't really have time to do that tonight, super nice as it is, I'm just going to grab a piece of paper. I may come back and do this more later, but I'm just going to Maybe I will do it. I don't know. It won't take very long. It's going to be a quick, super quick card. And this is a great card to use, or a great set to use if you want to create a really quick and easy project. Using the Grove stamp and the set with the moon. Yes, the moon looking through here is also really gorgeous. Now, what I was thinking was I might just do a really, really quick, like with the mountains and then these guys in front. Although I like the idea of the mountains and then the trees in front of them. So let's have a little play with that. I haven't even opened this set, but I'm going to quickly add these on and we'll see what happens. I'm going to take this off, pop it on. Now, I'm just thinking the set that we had, will this fit on here? No, I need my really big, block F, I think, for this. Do I use a big block F? I think I do. Let's open up a block F. I've got a couple of these and I just ordered some more. So this is a brand new block F. Oh gosh, can't even get it out of the packet. There we go. Because we used to have I, and I was a really good one for using a big, long, thin stamp like this, but we don't have that one anymore. I do still have it myself, but if you wanted to buy it, you can't, unfortunately. And let's use this. And I'm going to take the backing off it. So I'm putting this stamp together the way that I like to put stamps together. This is how I do it. I've got a whole video on this if you're interested. How to, really, it's called the game-changing way to mount your stamps. If you're looking for a video and you search for that, you will find it. I just really, really like it. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to go Misty Moonlight. Because, mountains can be kind of blue. We have blue mountains just to the west of Sydney. They're called the Blue Mountains, right? Will I use Misty Moonlight? Yeah. And I'm just going to go straight across here. I'm going to go really, really simple with this one. How nice are those? Aren't they great? I really needed this in the Grove set because the other Grassy Grove set didn't have anything like the mountains, and I really, really like them. I think they're fantastic. All right, so what if, now, do these go all the way across, I wonder? Oh, and I notice I need to have more of a play. See how nice these are? Look, those little guys. And that you can put them right across the base of the mountain, so we've got like a row of pine trees there. I think those are really cool. The other thing, though, you also have like detail to add to the mountains. So you can add, snow and stuff like that. Super cute, guys. We also have more pine trees that you could add like in the foreground. Those would be really cool. And, ooh, what are these? Does anyone know what these are? For a second, I thought they were birds, but they're not. Are they just like... What are these guys? Does anyone know what these are? You just bought a Google box for your telly. Ooh, that does sound hard. You've been to the Blue Mountains, Carolyn. Did you go and look at the Three Sisters? Because those are fun. All right, so maybe I'll put these on, but I might not do it this time. I might do that on another card. I'm just going to keep this one super, super simple today. I'm not going to do anything very dramatic. And I want a long, thin set, a long, thin stamp. Just looking to see. Maybe I'll just use the Dear Friends, seeing as we have Spotlight in Nature. No, actually, I'm not going to use that. I want to use something that says like thinking of you or something like that. I'm looking to see what I can find in my collection. A really great new set that has lots and lots of sentiments is this one. I'm just having a look. There's a Feel Better Soon. That's a good one. And These are nice. Look, hope is believing in a brighter tomorrow. They're separate stamps. So you could just have the hope. And then love never gives up, or you can put them together. Peace makes the world a better place. That kind of stuff. They're super nice. Have a blessed day. I like these. These are really, really nice, easy to use sentiments. All right. And you know what? I'm just going to go with a happy birthday after all that. So let's put that on block C. And I was thinking these also, you could create some really nice, you know, like I create a mask with these as well. That would be really nice. But I see it just does the tops. It doesn't do the bottoms. So that's why I'm not going to do those today. And I'm just going to, seeing as I've got this one open already, I'm just going to stamp it. We'll just go super, super, super simple with this one. Happy birthday is going to go down here in the corner. And I'm thinking maybe a tree or two in the foreground. We have our grassy grove, which I think this is kind of the grassiness of it, isn't it? Let's see, if I was to put this on here, yeah, no, I'm not even going to do anything with this. I'm going to play with this after I say goodbye. I'm going to do a sky, like you guys have seen me do skies with this sort of thing before. I'm going to use my blending brushes. I think that'll be really nice. And then I'm going to play around with those pine trees because I like the idea of adding pine trees in the foreground. I think that will work well, but I don't want to go too far over time. So let me pop these two little pine trees. I'm going to pop them there. Then I've got my these stamps arrived while I was away, and I'm being excited to use them. I use block D for this. Take the backs off. And now, while I think of it, I need to mention again tonight, some of you may already know about this, but there is a fantastic joining special with Stampin' Up! Right at the moment. And a lot of people, like you guys were talking before, do sign up for the discount. And then they stay for the community because it's really, really great. But you can, if you want to, just join for the discount. I personally, I kind of joined because I thought I could maybe make a little bit of money. I'm just going to put this at the front. And I'm going to do a couple more. I'm not going to re-ink. I'm just going to do it lighter. Like I said, went and messed it up. You guys. You know what? I could easily fix that up though. Do you know the easiest way to fix up something like this if you do this? And this is my fault. I didn't check it before I stamped. We can chop off the edge of our card. That is one possibility. Or I can do my blending in the sky like I was going to and play around with that. Okay, so you can do all sorts of things. Tell us where your retired stamps are listed again. I had some on eBay before I went away. I haven't relisted them. So, yeah, I haven't got any currently for sale. But at some point, yes, I will be putting more up. So I'll let you know when I do it if you like. Cherie, you and I were discussing a dragonfly set before I went away, and I've got those put aside for you if you want to send me a message about those. And Chris, if you're watching, I think you were interested in my Hills of Tuscany set. I have that put aside for you as well. So, yeah. So, and Donna is looking for the daffodil stamps. I never had those ones. I'm so sorry. So, I never did. You call it boring beige too. Isn't that funny? So people sometimes like things that other people don't, and vice versa, and that's okay. You know, that's all right. So I'm going to fix this up. We're going to do a this is not what I was planning on doing tonight. I would call this a card fail. This is not really me at all. Will the color lifter remove the mark? No, Marilyn, it won't. It won't. No worries. No, that's okay. That's all right. If you don't want them anymore, Cherie, that's fine. You know, you said you forgot. It's no biggie. I can put it back in my stuff for sale. So, yep. Oh, and Denise has the daffodil stamps. Ooh, we're doing a little bit of a exchange here tonight, so that's pretty good. Hopefully, everyone gets what they want tonight. Sand eraser, yeah, I could do that. You liked it before the trees? Yeah, I did too. I'm going to call this a fail tonight. We're doing a failed card because even I don't get it right all the time. And that's okay. But it's not what I anticipated doing. I just sort of ended up sort of trying to cut corners, and that actually didn't work for me. So rather than continue down this track, I'm going to just stick with this card tonight. And I'm going to say this one I'm happy with. I like it a lot. And I will work on the other one for you because I had a different idea tonight that I wanted to do with that, and then I deviated away from what I was going to do, and I shouldn't have. And that's okay. I'm all right with that. Maybe once I've had a bit more sleep, I'm going to feel better. You have a box of failures. We all have them. Oh, hello, Monica. How are you? Haven't seen you for a while. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You guys. All right. So let me give you some basics as we go. Put a frame around. Oh, yes, it would. The frame would cover it. That is true. But I don't love it anyway. I don't like the colors that I've used. If I put my hand here when I hold it, it's better, but I don't love it. This is not a me card. So I'm going to, framing it would help, but that wasn't my original intention tonight. So I'm going to have a bit more play with that, and let's do something else, okay? And we'll see how we go. I will rescue that card somehow. All right, so this is the one we're going with tonight. We're going to say this is our card. I hope that you've had a lot of fun tonight. Let's go over the basics. Tuesday, I will be back with you again, Tuesday afternoon at 2 o'clock with a new technique, or not necessarily a new technique, and a new technique for Technique Tuesday. So that'll be good. And then also we have the joining special right now, which is absolutely fantastic. You get an extra, it's like over $200 worth of free product and free delivery when you purchase the starter kit this month. It is fantastic, and you get all the new colors. So they give you all the new ink pads, all the DSP in these new colors. What else is there? There's all the cardstock as well. And what was the last thing? The markers in all the colors, not the blends, not the alcohol markers, but the Stampin' Right markers. These ones. Hang on while I pull them out. These ones. All right, these colors in these markers. So this is such a good deal, and this has been a while since we've had a deal this good, in my opinion. So if you're thinking that this could be your time to join or rejoin or whatever it is that you're thinking about, if you want to reach out and ask questions, you certainly can do that. Message me, or I will put all the links and details in the description below this video. Yep, see you on Tuesday. And I will see you all very soon. Of course, I'll be back next Friday and Sunday night. But yes, the plan is to have a good sleep. I really would like to stop waking up at 4 a.m. That would be really nice. All right, you guys. Oh, Cherie is asking Donna. Cherie is asking if you are still here. So you guys can, I won't shut down the chat just yet. If you want to continue chatting for a little while, you can still do that. And I will see you all back here on Tuesday. Have a great few days, guys. Happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there, and thank you for everything that you guys do. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.